Do you really know what successful leaders do to overcome fear of talking to strangers, and how they're able to leave a lasting impression on everybody they meet at networking events? Welcome to this conversation. My name is Kela, the brand elder, aka George Adulu. The first question we want to ask ourselves is networking really that important in a professional setting? And even in a business environment, is it something that we want to make as part of our day-to-day lives? The true masters of networking believe that the danger in networking is not networking at all. Now, that's a very heavy statement, considering the impact that networking can create in your life. You see, without good networking, actually, your ability to express yourself fully and even to achieve your goals becomes very constricted. Because the whole essence of networking, and very many business leaders agree, is all about building a legion of people around you, people who provide feedback and even insights on issues that you may have. And even to an extreme end, they're able to provide resources to help you achieve your goals. And therefore you can see that networking is truly a very powerful thing for anybody in the professional setup. I remember reading a report, I think it was from HubSpot, and that report was saying that a lot of professionals actually believe that the best and easiest way to advance in your career and to be able to attract opportunities for yourself is through networking. In that research, about 80% of professionals were saying that networking is a true driver of professional career growth. And 100% of the professionals sampled said that face-to-face networking is the most effective way of networking because of its ability to create human-to-human interactions. In the same report, they said that over 41% of professionals believed that they needed to do more networking to be able to advance their careers. So while many recognize that networking is very important, a good number did not believe that they were doing more, which means that the need to do more and the recognition that more networking is important was prevalent. And here is the secret, maybe more of strategies of how you can be able to overcome the fear of meeting strangers and be able to become a true master of networking. One of the strategies that you need to employ when it comes to your networking is that when you find yourself in a networking environment or event, you need to prioritize the other person. Don't make the networking session to be about you. So don't be this person who is in a hurry to, throw their name, their title, their business card, tell their story, their successes and their struggles. Be the person who prioritizes the other person. And there's a gentleman called Keith Ferrazzi who said that the currency of true networking is generosity, not greed. That statement by Keith Ferrazzi essentially means that in a networking environment, do not monopolize the conversation. Rather, allow the other person, by being generous, to speak more. And the second strategy that you can employ in your next networking event is to understand that listening is a very important aspect of communication and engagement. Indeed, we are all given 2 ears and 1 mouth, and therefore to be truly a master of networking, we need to listen more and talk less. This also calls on us to be able to elevate our game, to be able to develop and advance our listening skills so that we can become active listeners in conversations. And the third thing that we need to do, if you ask me, is that we need to be genuinely interested in people. For some people in a networking environment, they'll try to talk to only specific people because for them it's about this person because they hold this title in this organization. They can help me to achieve A, B, C, D. So the approach is more commercially motivated as opposed to being interested in building genuine connections, which is the true foundation of human experience and human connection. And therefore, when you network, stop trying too hard to impress. Just be yourself, be authentic, and don't feel the pressure to deal with somebody just because of their titles. And for me, the fourth strategy that you could employ is to follow up. Remember, the whole essence of building a network or networking is about building a group of people around you who support you, who give you insights, who give you feedback, and also, in some cases, make their own resources available to you so that you can be able to achieve your goals and objectives in life. When we think about these strategies, how can we implement them? For me, one of the things that I think is very important is that we need to treat networking like breathing in oxygen. It needs to be something that we do all the time we are meeting people. Secondly, sometimes most of us are scared, and I've been there, where you meet people or you're in a group setting and you are scared of talking to people, and especially for people with personalities that are introverted. To be able to overcome that fear is to have a role model. So find yourself somebody that you consider much better than you, somebody you think is a master of networking, and just be with them and see how they do their thing. Because sometimes we just need that inspiration from somebody else, that realization that actually it is not that difficult. And then something goes off in our mind, a switch goes off in our mind, and we change our attitude towards networking, and we therefore be able to become better networkers. And in the event that you are really struggling, I would also just encourage and suggest that also getting a coach would be a good way to go. Finally, I'm reminded of a gentleman called Robert Butt, who once said, instead of better glasses, your network will give you better eyes. If this information was helpful to you, feel free to share it with your friends and family. And let me sign out by saying, knowledge without courage is sterile. And thank you for being part of this conversation. See you next time.